Hey y'all, today we are discussing the difference between a 3-strand twist out and a braid out. Now before we get into it, I gotta shout out HerGivenHair for sponsoring this video because baby, this is a wig. Yeah, I know you ain't clock it, and what? Ain't no leave out. You heard that right.
All about natural beauty, yeah, slim Reshae.
Little Miss Slap a Wig On is back at it again, and today I'm using the ByeBye Leave Out Thin Part Wig from HerGivenHair. Y'all already know I love a quick and easy protective style, but even more I'm excited about this one because I don't gotta do no braid down. So right now my hair is freshly washed, it has zero product on it, and it's pretty much dry, which is why it's giving frizz and it's giving not defined, but that's what we need today. So this is what the box looks like. Inside the box it is nicely wrapped. We love that. Okay, straight out the box we have an elastic band, which I love this because I have a little head and sometimes it's hard for me to find wigs that actually fit my head. This is the wig, and it does come with 2 clips that you can sew inside the wig. The product description says that the texture is coily, which should match 3C to 4A texture, and it's a natural hair color. And I got 20 inches, and the cap size is small because, like I said, y'all, I got a small head. Real quick about the structure of the wig, it has 5 clips right here around the part. It has 2 clips on the sides. It has 1 clip in the back, and then it does have some elastic bands on the side, and then it also has like these right here on each side, which allows you to put that elastic grip band in. Now y'all, when I first got like U-part and V-part wigs, they would always be connected at the front, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? Child, you're supposed to cut it. You're supposed to cut it. This is what the wig looks like around the part area. Now I know you're probably thinking like, girl, what are you about to do with your hair? And I'm gonna figure out what kind of part I want to do. I think I want to do a twist out on one side and a braid out on the other, and show you guys like the difference between a 3-strand twist and a braid out, because a lot of people think like a 3-strand twist is a plait, but I'm gonna show y'all the difference. So I think we're gonna go with a middle part so you could just see the comparison on each side. So the first thing I want to do is part my hair down the center, and then what I'm gonna do is just take a very thin layer on both sides of the part. We're just gonna kind of hang this in the middle for right now. Next, all I'm gonna do is put my hair in a low bun at the back, and I'm gonna wet it just a little bit so I can slick it down smooth. Okay, so after I put my hair in this ponytail, I'm just gonna do 2 little chunky twists, and I'm just gonna bobby pin them on the sides of my head. Okay, so that is our braid down. And then this little piece up front here, which I don't really need to do much to it because as you can see, it's already nice and frizzy, and the more frizz the better. So once you define your part, you want to just take a small comb and tease at the roots. Not too much, but just a little bit, so you can make sure you have that texture present at the roots, and that is what those clips are gonna hold on to and grasp onto, since we don't have any anchor braids. So what I'm gonna do is just tuck these up under this twist. Now, anytime I do a protective style, I like to make sure I go ahead and oil my scalp before I slap my wig on. Then you're basically ready to slap on your wig. All right, so I like to go ahead and open up all the clips on the wig before I place it down like this, have them all open. And then I'm gonna take the wig and start with the, first off, kind of measure the length, and then I'm gonna place my first clip which is the one in the middle. I like to place that first, and then you'll do the second clip and the first clip. And you want to place it like right outside of your part. So not on your part, but right outside of your part. And then as you can see, honey, it's giving she don't need no leave out. Like, do y'all see that? Before I do the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and secure all the other clips for the wig. Do y'all see? That's no leave out, y'all. And we ain't even did no extra blending or anything like that. Like, that's literally just off of slapping it on. First off, that already looks good. What you can do after that is just take small pieces from the front of the wig, and then you can tease it some more. Just right there by the part. All right, so this is what the hair looks like, and now it's time to style. So this is what my hair looked like after blow drying it, very much thick. And now for the twist. So I'm taking a little bit of this curl cream, and I also added some foam mousse to my hair, and that was the products that I used to define this style. And then I just brush it through, and then I take the 3 strands and start 3-strand twisting. Now if you need a tutorial on this, I do have one already on my channel, but you basically just rotate the outside piece of hair all the way to the other side and just do that all the way down. Now I did use some perm rods to curl the ends of this hair because I feel like this just gives your look a polished look. So I continued doing the twist all across my head, and it didn't take super long. I had 10 twists on this side, and then after I finished all of my twists and adding those perm rods on the end, this is what that side looked like. Then for the braid out, I'm using the same products, and I am just braiding my hair. So the normal braid, you take an outside piece and move it to the middle, and then you just alternate sides as you braid down the hair. And again, my hair is not like overly saturated. It's not super wet because it was blow dried, and this was done on stretched hair. As I get to the end of the braid, I'm again using a perm rod to roll that up the bottom of the hair to create that uniform curl. So I just continue to do the braids on this side of the head, and when you're doing this process, the wig is not going to be secured. So we're going to come back and touch up the installation at the end, but this is what my hair looks like, fully twisted and fully braided. Now I did let that dry under a hooded dryer for about an hour, and then now I'm taking down all of these perm rods. So as you can see, the ends are super curled and coiled, and it looks really, really good. So I'm excited to see the results of this hairstyle. So I did take some oil and just put that on my hair and on my hands. So as I take these twists and braids out, I'm refraining from adding any additional frizz, but this is what the twist outside is looking like so far. And y'all, I was so impressed by how this hair was turning out. Like, I thought it looked so good. And then this is the braid outside, so I'm undoing those braids and then separating them as well, and this is what that side is looking like. And y'all, when I tell you, I was so impressed by how my hair turned out. You can kind of see the comparison right here, how the twist out is a little bit different from the braid out. Okay, y'all, so this is what the final results are looking like. I feel like you can clearly see the difference between the twist out, which is more of kind of like a spiral curl, and the braid out, which I feel like is a little bit more zigzag-ish, but it also kind of mimics like a 4A 3C wash and go, just a little bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pick out my hair because of course she's cute, but we do want to see how much volume we can get with this hair to match the volume that we kind of have at the part up here. So I'm just gonna pick like this, and I like to start underneath and then make my way up to the top and kind of leave the top layer not messed with too much. We really just want to kind of pick up underneath to get that lift, and then pick at the roots to kind of lift up that root area. So you see how much bigger, I don't know if y'all can see, but you see how much bigger this side is now that I kind of just fluffed up underneath. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And typically after I style my wigs and stuff, especially if they're ones that clip on, I'll wait to touch up, you know, the install till the end, because you are doing a lot of like tugging with the pick and, you know, manipulating the hair. So you want to make sure you go back in and secure the wig after you're done styling. So as you can see, the twist out, look at all that volume. Oh, so beautiful. We're gonna go back in on this side to just kind of match that volume. Let's see. I think that looks good. Okay, so now that we've done all of that fluffing, now we can go in and secure all of our clips for our hair. I just do a little scratch and tease moment right there at the top, just to make it look like very fresh, very natural, like nothing too crazy. But I do think I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of eyeshadow, because I have low density hair, so I feel like you can see a little bit more of my scalp in the part than I would prefer. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of eyeshadow. I feel like this part looks really, really natural to have zero leave out. And yeah, nobody can tell me that this ain't my hair. This is the twist outside. And then this is the braid outside. Not only do I love how this wig doesn't require any leave out and I could just slap my wig on, but the twist out versus the braid out, y'all comment below which side you prefer. Do you see the difference between the 3-strand twist out and the braid out? I feel like braid outs are great when you want a little bit more of an elongated look, and when you want for a voluminous, more spiral curly type vibe, I feel like that's when you should try the 3-strand twist out. I definitely think when you start picking this, the volume is at a max. On this side, I feel like when you do braid outs, they elongate your hair, and I love doing these styles on pre-stretched hair. Another natural hair hack is to use perm rods on the end of your braid outs and your twist outs. It's gonna make your ends look way more uniform, and it's gonna make your hairstyle look flawless, even if the twist or the braids themselves did not turn out the correct curl pattern or, you know, a specific uniform look. As long as the ends look uniform, like, you can get away with the hairstyle. So I definitely love, love, love how my hair turned out. Right now, I feel like I'm really enjoying the braid outside, and I haven't done a braid out in a long time. So I definitely think this hairstyle will be making a comeback in my natural hairstyle rotation. So I love you guys so much. Again, shout out to HerGivenHair for sponsoring this video with this ByeBye leave out thin part wig, okay? And ain't nothing thin about this wig except for the part. Clock it, no leave out, excuse me? Y'all are revolutionizing some stuff here. Of course, the link for this hair and the specs will be in the description box below, so make sure you click the link down there if you're interested in shopping. As always, I love y'all so much, and be kind, be true, and be you to full. Bye!
It's Reshae, can't you rub your booty? It's Reshae, oh yeah, it's Reshae.